man, let's go ahead and jump on into this video. This is, not I would say, exciting video to do in my part of the business, but it is a honor to be able to do this when I have the opportunity. And that is the passing of George Edward Foreman. And, look, all I can say is that, George Foreman was one of the greatest champions in boxing history. He will always remain that. He was a legend coming in, a legend going out, I just want to, say that, look, first of all, for the people that don't know, George Foreman was born in Marshall, Texas. He grew up in Houston's 5th Ward and was raised alongside his 6 siblings by a single mother. Yeah. Foreman was open about his troublesome childhood. He dropped out of school at the age of 15 and became a mugger and brawler. Olympic gold medalist and 2-time heavyweight champion, Foreman competed between 1967 and 1997. He learned how to box at the age of 16, y'all. Won an Olympic gold medalist at the age of 19. Do you hear that? Learn how to box at 16 and then won an Olympic gold medalist at 19. Look, he stopped Frazier in an upset in Jamaica in 1973 in January to win the belt with his knockout-inspiring, what's his name, Howard Cosell. Yeah, remember, down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. So, And, we remember, George Foreman, 1974, he tried to defend his title in Zaire in one of the most famous fights in boxing history, and that was the Rumble in the Jungle against Muhammad Ali. Man, yeah, that was a serious historic fight. And, Foreman, he even described it, on CBS Mornings in 2016 as a strange experience. And the reason why, one of the little stories he did say, he said, I thought I knocked him out in 1 or 2 rounds. I thought I'd knock Muhammad Ali out in 1 or 2 rounds, Foreman was saying. And he said, but about in the 3rd round, I hit him and he fell on me. I thought, that's it. And he started screaming, that's all you got, George? Show me something. And I knew then I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, he said at the time. Yeah, man. But, later on we know George Foreman and Muhammad Ali, they both became great friends, though. Great friends, look. George Foreman was a preacher, a husband, a father, a grandfather, and a great-grandfather. And not only that, a businessman. Y'all know about the infamous George Foreman grills. I think probably every home almost in America had a George Foreman grill. For real, man. He did a tremendous job with promoting and selling that product. And, that changed his lives. you know, his family life, his children life, and everybody else, you know, that was connected to him. You know, look, Foreman, he quit the ring for good in 1997. And, you know, he always discusses a little occasionally comeback. But he settled into his life as a boxing analyst for HBO. You know, the grills was jumping, you know, and shoot, he just recently had a movie come out based on his life that was released in 2023. Foreman had 12 children, including 5 sons who are all famously named George Edward Foreman. So, you know, look, y'all. Yeah, so, you know, sad passing of George Foreman, but he will be celebrated. He will be, you know, immortalized into boxing history, to our hearts, to our minds, to every exciting, entertaining boxing fight throughout history. He will be remembered as one of those who was a legend in the sport of boxing, in and out of the ring. So, you know, man, you know, but look, I will say this much to his entire family. Our condolences here, our love, our prayers to you and your family at this tough time. We all know how much it is to lose someone, but we're not in your shoes. So all we can do is just extend our heartfelt love and condolences to you and your family. And I just, you know, pray y'all strength during this time. So with that being said, that's all I got for this one. And ain't gonna be no promotion at the end of this joint, you know, just a moment of silence for Big George Foreman, former champion, always will be champion. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest and greatest videos here on Primetime Talk TV. And I'm on social media everywhere. Definitely go to the website primetimetalktv.com and copy some merch. All right, y'all, peace, love, I'm out till next time.